What's going on, YouTube, man? Welcome back to another video. Now, before we jump in today's video, man, you should have know what you should have been did. Like, comment, and subscribe. We trying to save the world. We trying to save as many people as we can. So make sure you hit that post notification bell so you don't get that post not clarity, my guys. Now listen, man, let me turn this off. So listen, man, I have a video from Infinite Colors. Some of y'all watch his videos. You know, it shows me who y'all watch, so I know some of y'all probably watch his videos. But today's video that we're reacting to is Traditional Woman Shows You What It Really Like, what it really is like in today's time. This should be an interesting one. Without further ado, man, all the links y'all be needing will be down below in my description box, so let's just jump into it.
Now, is all female nature the same? Yes and no. Man, I told y'all there was good women out here, bruh.
This flesh so strong. No good thing, no good thing. God, I thank you for your grace and whoever my husband gonna be. I learned so much, Father. Just thank you for the opportunity to present my body a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto you, which is my reasonable. Jesus. Lord, if I'm not meant to be married, Lord, if you could just shift the desires of my, glory be to God, glory be to God. I know you gave me these desires for some reason, because I ain't asked for this. Jeez!
Now, that video is very relatable to some people and unbelievable to most people, especially in this day and age. All females ain't out here thotting. All females ain't out here sexually active and stuff like that. That's actually not the reality. Now, is all female nature the same? Yes and no. Yes, in just totality. But when female nature is put in certain conditions and situations, they respond differently. Let me give you an example. Water, right? When water is at its natural, regular state, it's water, it's liquid. When it's not too hot, not too cold. What happens when water gets too cold? It becomes frozen, becomes hard as a rock. Then the other form, when it's too hot, it turns to like gas or something like that. Those are three forms of the same thing, but when put in different conditions, it responds differently. Now, just like water can be put in three different types of situations and circumstances and change, women are the same exact way, bro. Now, just like you got three forms of water, liquid, ice, and gas, the same way you got three forms that I've identified thus far with females. You got the traditional woman, the modern woman, and the thought. Now let's break this down. When you put a woman in certain conditions, she responds differently because they all pretty much have the same nature. All right? When you give a woman too many options and a lot of freedom and a lot of opportunity, they become modern day women. And I've heard somebody say this before. When men get a lot of money and things like that, the first thing they think of is, who can I take care of? How can I take care of my women and my kids? But when women get a lot of money in most situations, they think, I don't need a man. It's a whole different perspective. So when you give a woman too much freedom,
I feel like when most men get a lot of money, they're like, who can I flex on? That's most men's mentality.
In my opinion, and too much opportunity, she becomes a modern day woman, feels like she doesn't need a man, feels like she's independent, and that's a terrible person to be in a relationship with. I'm just being honest with you. The second type of female that I'm going to talk about is the traditional woman. When put in certain types of parameters, conditions, and situations, a woman will become a traditional woman. That's how her nature will respond. So when you give a woman restrictions and rules, she becomes more traditional. Women are naturally more submissive than men are. Men are more testosterone driven, more competitive driven, more competitive for power and building and conquering and stuff like that. Women, typically speaking, when they have restrictions and things like that, they're more submissive. They're more nurturing, loving, caring. Women are more communal.
Certain of them. That's why I like that he put them in groups. Because certain women, they might grow up with a lot of restrictions, and then once they hit a certain age, they start rebelling. They start going against their morals and what they grew up on. So it's certain women. You know, it depends on the women for real.
At least that's what I think. So if you give a female restrictions, she's going to turn into a traditional woman. Why do you think females like being put in their place? Most females may not like my comparison, but females are like children. Not mentally. Intellectually, females are very intelligent. Males and females,
That is
generally
kinda
speaking,
true.
are on the same intellectual levels all across the board in general. Emotionally, females are like children. And that's just my opinion. That's why they want you to put them in place like you a dad. Like you a dad. That's why they like calling dudes daddy. You don't see dudes come like mommy. We don't call females mommy.
Hey, them Spanish people do. They be like, "Mami." Y'all know the Spanish people.
Now let's look at the thought. The third way that a female's nature responds to certain circumstances and situations. Like I said, it's just like water. In certain situations, it's going to turn to ice. It's going to be water. It's going to be gas. Women in certain situations will either become, their nature is going to respond in either they're going to become a traditional woman, a modern day woman, or a thought. So let's look at the thought. A thought, and I hate calling females thoughts but some females, they be on that thought stuff. The majority of them have daddy issues, abandonment issues. Their dad wasn't there for them. They grew up in a very unhealthy household. I mean, like, it wasn't good. Those type of females typically seek attention and validation from men, and it's never enough. It's almost like a drug. It's never enough. They go after dude after dude after dude after dude, and it's never enough.
That's deep.
And they're really trying to fill that void that most likely that God really only can fill, because they have so much trauma. But that's how their nature responds. It's classic textbook. It's always been like that. You're dealing with a broken woman. Now, all women are difficult to deal with, in my opinion. But women nature is women nature, but they respond differently. But the best one is the traditional woman. Is a traditional woman perfect? No. But you're gonna have a lot less problems with a traditional woman, bro. Now, why am I saying all this, and what does anything I had to say have to do anything with the video that I just presented to y'all? Well, that video
What's the video title?
had everything to do with what I'm talking about, because that video was an example of a traditional woman making a video relatable to other traditional women. And I understand that culture because I come from that culture. And I also had experience on both sides. I experienced being out in the world and stuff like that with the modern day women and stuff like that, and possibly some thoughts. Majority of my experience with traditional women, and they really do exist. Right now, I know quite a few virgin females who are traditional women right now. In their 30s, traditional female virgin women in their 30s.
Word? Is that facts?
What do you know about the Sierra program?
Right now, bro. And not only that, I'm going to show y'all that other people are too. I'm going to show you an example of other people. Y'all just got to believe my word for it. We're so used to the modern day women being so loud. And I was just talking to somebody at the gym about this. Somebody that watches my content say, hey, you the dude that be on YouTube and stuff? I said, yeah. We start talking about these things. The reason why a lot of y'all don't think that good women exist or traditional women exist because the modern day women and the thoughts are so loud.
That is true. It's so like, what's the word I'm looking for, man? What's the word? It's so much of them. It's so like regular, for a lack of a better word. It's so regular to come across modern women, but coming across like a traditional woman, those are gems. Those are very rare to find.
And I gave him an example. It's funny, I was just talking about this. I said, it's like we was in the gym and the music was playing on the speaker. I said, this is how it is. It's like the modern day women and the thoughts and stuff like that, because they're so vocal and they're so loud, and city girls, and they're promoted so much and things like that. The music is so loud. I said traditional women is like if we were in this gym right now and it was this little radio over in the corner just playing music, just very lightly and stuff like that. So you could kind of hear it, but not really. And in order to find it, you would have to really either search for it, or because you hear a little something and try to get closer, but it ain't just evident out in the open and stuff like that. You gotta search for it. And I told him the place where they most likely be is the church. It's the church. And it'd be like not just any church. It'd be the church, bro, where the good women are. And those good women ain't out there broadcasting themselves. They don't be having Instagrams, and some of them don't even have Instagram accounts, bro. So how you gonna find them? If you gonna find them at the club, they don't go to the club. They don't be out and about they go to the grocery store. And they be at the church. And they may be, walking a dog or something like that. You're not going to find them at the place where you find all the last two categories of females, modern day women and thoughts. You're not going to find them.
That is
The problem
true.
is a lot of dudes don't know where to find these traditional women. Now, there's probably other type of traditional women, but I'm a Christian man, and I understand being a Christian that the way that these females out here, that I'm watching this content and the females and stuff like that, they ain't like that from the churches that I've been a part of. Females don't be like that. But don't get me wrong, they still females, and their nature is their nature. And put in certain situations, they may become that. Oh, you know what? I said I'll show y'all some examples, so I'm gonna show y'all right now. The person above said he was celibate for 4 years. His wife.
He said, I was 4 years in, met my wife who was 14 years strong. Been married 8 years now. Hey, this might give a lot of us hope, man. A lot of us who be feeling lonely, bro. This is other people's testimonies right here.
Before, they married, was celibate for 14
She said 22 years and counting, guys. Pray for y'all, girl. I'm chewing tree bark trying to maintain
years, and they've been married. So y'all can read those. This female said
Wait,
it's
what
been
did he
celibate for
say?
14 years, and they've been married. So
Polo the King said it's been about 4 weeks. I need my kingdom wife.
y'all can read those.
No.
This female said it was
Hold on.
celibate for 14 years, and they've been married. So
He said, y'all please learn the terms and use them correctly. Celibacy is a lifelong commitment. Abstinence is waiting until you are married.
y'all can read those. This female said it's been 3 years.
Lord, come on now. We're trying to hold on. Story of my life. At this point, I'm over it. It's been 3 years. I feel this.
She said she feel that. Girl, yes. Above, she said she was 13 years celibate.
I did 13 years, then broke it for one unworthy time. Now it's 5 years. Sheesh. Hold on.
And she broke it with one other time. It's been 5 years. I mean, these females are really like
3 years, when you look about these twin flames, karmas, bold past loves, you start to think, oh yeah, I got this. We are meant to be together in unity,
look at
not suffering alone.
these females are really like not active like that. A female at the bottom says she can most definitely relate. I mean, look at all the comments.
Sheesh.
They out here, they just not loud with it. So you put comments.
That is a fact, man. That is a fact. And one thing I also want to say is, when it comes to traditional women, they're not the typical modern woman. So don't expect the traditional woman to have a lustful spirit within her. When I say lustful spirit, I mean, like, don't expect her to have a BBL and big old breasts and plastic surgery. Don't expect the traditional woman to look like that. These women are called traditional for a reason, so they're gonna carry themselves different. They might look different from the average woman that we see on a daily basis. So that's one thing I'm starting to realize, man.
They out here, they just not loud with it. So you probably got to search for it. Yeah. God bless y'all. I hope y'all be good. You know what I mean?
So that was the video, man. Traditional woman shows you what it really is like in today's game. They might have to make a traditional man video, because it's a struggle for us too. Don't get it twisted, man. Us trying to seek that kingdom wife, it's tough, man. It's tough. And I'm sure there's a community of traditional women out there, just like how there's a community of traditional men. Men who are celibate, abstaining, on semen retention, all of those practices. I'm sure there's a bunch of women out there alike, just like us. But one thing I will end the video off with is just be patient, man. Just be patient. I have a video that I'm gonna be dropping. I don't know if I dropped it already upon recording this video, but I have a video dropping on the number one thing you need to have before bringing your kingdom spouse in. So stay tuned for that video, man. If not, you already seen it. But if you guys learned anything new or valuable from this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with a friend. Watch this end screen right here. And listen, I'll catch you in the next one, and I'm out.